So they had a 20-4 run in the first half. Are you happy that you're able to win in spite of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to win no matter how you get them. You know, I've been around long enough to know that they're hard to get, and you know, that team is a very difficult matchup for us, just with their speed and their quickness. So I was honestly incredibly disappointed with our play in the first half. You know, I thought they played well, but we let them play well. And in the second half, I think we did better. You know, we made things a little bit harder on them. And my good players played. You know, I thought Roy, Chris, and Mike were again terrific, and Victor Joshua was probably the key to the game. He played great again.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about him next. What can you say about his hustle plays in the second half?
Yeah, Vic is, you know, Vic fractured his ankle in the preseason. Was out for 2.5 months. So he's just finally trying to get back into a groove, you know. So he had a very good game. Where was it? At St. Michael's he played the last game. 2 games in a row. Yeah, and then, I mean, he's got two really good games in a row. So I think I said to Eric after the last game, if this team's going to be good, Vic is going to have a lot to do with it. So we certainly don't win that game tonight without Vic.
What can you say about Chris and his milestone with 1,000 points?
Yeah, Chris is honestly one of my all-time favorite players. You know, we've only had him for 3 years. He was a transfer from Vermont, and you know, I've said to people, I'm blessed to be able to coach a kid like Chris Santo. You know, so we've got 3,000 point scorers on this team. Mabry got his milestone, then McCahey got his, and now Santo. But Chris has just been such a joy and a pleasure to watch his growth, and you know, it's what he does. He scores, you know, so he's literally done this in 3 years, and hopefully there's a few more points to come.
And was it frustrating not being able to slow down Vilmont during that stretch in the second half when he was just hitting threes constantly?
Yeah, if you lose sight of him, it's what he does, you know. So I know he was coming off you know, they really shot the ball from distance. I mean, the 2 kids that can shoot the best, I mean, Vilmont and Dustin Cole, I mean, what were they? 5 for 6, 5 for 5. I mean, come on, they were 10 for 11. Sometimes you can't do that in the gym all by yourself. So, you know, we gave him a few too many looks, and he made us pay, and that's why he's a good player.
And then last question, you guys have had some close games, but you still only have the 1 loss. So how do you feel 7 games in about where you are?
Yeah, fine. It's a grind, man. Like, it's a long season, and I think you know, I've said it before. It's like I'm not even really sure how good we are. You know, we're playing a lot of new kids, a lot of different people. The 3 returning guys that are our core have done what they're supposed to do, and I'm sort of trying to develop the other guys. So, you know, we sort of go about our business. You know, so we've already lost one. You know, we'll get this one, put it in the bank, and then try to go get the one at Stonehill on Wednesday. And I think it's probably some of the best things that this group does is they put one away and then they try to go get the other one. So, I mean, overall, we're happy. I mean, if we can get this one before finals, I think it's another big game for us.
Chris, so what are your thoughts on reaching, you know, the 1,000-point milestone?
Oh, well, you know, St. A's is so much tradition. And, you know, even if you don't score 1,000 points and you play a vital role in this team, like, you can make a mark like that and make yourself a part of this history. And, you know, to reach that milestone at this program means a lot, especially, you know, to go down there with me, Mike, and Roy all doing it together over the last 3 years, and you know, that means even more, just to be with those guys and do it together. And, you know, hopefully now all the personal records or whatever marks are accomplished. Who really cares about them now? Now we got to go make a mark as a team, and, you know, we've won league championships in, you know, the regular season, but we got to go past that now, win a regional, win a tournament championship or something like that. So, you know, we have more goals to accomplish, to say the least.
Are you proud of your team's resiliency in this game? You feel like it was a good home win?
Yeah, you know, they were obviously not at their strongest today, Franklin Pierce, but they still attacked our weaknesses, and they did a really good job of exposing some of them, and including, you know, my own and whatever. But you know, we bounced back, and, you know, Coach said in the locker room, you know, this team has you know, a lot of good characteristics, and you know, we make winning plays when, you know, it comes time to do so. So we didn't play great 40 minutes today, but we made enough plays to win. That's all that matters.
So, Victor, what can you say about your effort in the second half, you know, diving to create that turnover at the end and getting yourself to the foul line, just the hustle plays?
Well, I mean, we need somebody to do that, whether it's, you know, Mark or Isaiah or somebody else off the bench. Somebody's going to have to make those plays. I mean, it was something that had to be done. The game was close, and whether it's me or somebody else on the team, somebody has to get on the floor, somebody has to knock down those free throws, and it was just me today.
And how do you feel about the fact you've been in some close games, but you're still 6-1, only one loss? So how do you feel the early season has gone?
I feel like it's going well. We're a growing team, so I mean, it's awesome that we're 6-1 and still have a lot of things to learn. Franklin Pierce showed a lot of deficiencies in our defense, and we're going to have to work on that and get stronger there and other places.